ambitious young businessman, Warren Buffett is in the early stages of building his financial empire. He sets his sights on a struggling company in the Midwest, aiming to dismantle it and sell its assets. Sanborn Maps provides detailed maps of power lines, water mains, and city traffic to insurance companies. Before the advent of GPS, accurate real-time maps were scarce, helping them analyze risk factors for better policy formulation. As the industry consolidates, Sanborn's customer base declines, driving its stock price well below its book value. This presents a low-risk opportunity for profit. He discovers that the company owns a portfolio of assets that could yield $65 per share if liquidated. However, to persuade the company to liquidate these assets, he needs a seat on the board, which requires raising more capital. Believing this investment is a sure thing, Buffett enlists his entire family, his aunt, mother, and father, to raise funds. His singular goal is to secure enough money to gain a board seat at Sanborn. 6 months later, he successfully becomes a board member. Buffett immediately proposes a plan to liquidate the portfolio during a board meeting, but to his surprise, the other members reject it. He realizes that none of them own significant stock. They are merely exploiting company resources. Undeterred, Buffett decides to intimidate the board into compliance. Despite being advised by his mentor, Ben Graham, against concentrating too much capital in one investment, Buffett goes against this wisdom and purchases more shares of Sanborn. With sufficient control over the company, he returns to the board meeting and threatens to fire them if they do not adopt his plan. Fearing for their positions, the board members capitulate, agreeing to split the company. Warren Buffett walks away with a 45% profit on his investment and goes on to dominate the investment industry for the next 60 years, earning the nickname the Oracle of Omaha. Buffett was born into an affluent family. His grandfather owned a successful grocery store, and his father was a stockbroker. However, when Warren turned 2, their prosperity ended with the onset of the Great Depression. The devastation caused immense suffering and fear among families as they lost control over their lives. His father, Howard Buffett, lost all his wealth during this period, but quickly adapted by shifting focus from speculative stocks to safer investments that helped clients protect their capital. This principled approach left a lasting impression on young Warren. "The best gift I was ever given was having my father. He learned through example rather than instruction." Warren idolized Howard Buffett as he struggled for affection from his mother, Layla Buffett, who had a family history of mental disorders. Her unpredictable behavior often led to verbal abuse towards Warren and his sister. This toxic environment fostered feelings of fear and withdrawal in young Warren, who took solace in collecting stamps and bottle caps, activities that provided him with order amid chaos. As he entered his teenage years, Warren's challenges intensified when his father became a congressman and moved the family to Washington, D.C. Struggling to adapt in this new environment while dealing with his mother's volatility led him down a rebellious path, skipping school and engaging in petty thefts. Recognizing his son's decline, Howard intervened. "You can do better than this." This moment devastated Warren, but motivated him to change his ways. During a trip to New York with Howard, Warren met Sidney Weinberg, senior partner at Goldman Sachs. This encounter profoundly influenced him. He envisioned becoming wealthy through entrepreneurship. Buffett began making money from various ventures, like delivering newspapers and owning a pinball machine placed in a local barber shop. By high school graduation, he had amassed $5,000, equivalent to $50,000 today. Initially considering skipping college, he ultimately followed his father's advice and enrolled at Wharton School of Business. At Wharton, he was thrilled to learn that David Dodd, co-author of Security Analysis, was teaching there. Although he excelled academically, Buffett felt he wasn't learning much until Dodd introduced him to Benjamin Graham, who pioneered value investing. Graham's philosophy emphasized making profits without excessive risk, a concept that resonated deeply with Buffett. After graduating college, Buffett joined Graham's investment firm as a stock analyst. His role involved identifying undervalued companies, termed cigar butts, that offered potential for profit despite their poor condition. While working at Graham Newman, Buffett discovered Rockwood, a chocolate manufacturer struggling due to rising cocoa prices, but possessing significant cocoa bean reserves. With an innovative strategy involving tax-efficient sales proposed by investor Jay Pritzker, Buffett seized this opportunity by investing heavily in Rockwood shares. As American fortunes rebounded post-World War II into the 1950s, Buffett aimed to become a millionaire by age 30. His bold investment in Rockwood paid off handsomely when its stock soared from $36 to $85 per share, netting him over $13,000 in profit, about $145 given today. Though influenced by Graham's teachings, Buffett demonstrated an ability to innovate within value investing principles. However, just as he anticipated a partnership at Graham Newman, Graham decided to retire and dissolve their partnership. This development spurred Buffett into action. At just 26 years old, he returned to Omaha to establish his own investment firm. With support from wealthy investors introduced by Graham and an eye for undervalued stocks, particularly among lesser-known companies, Buffett embarked on a path that would lead him toward monumental success in finance. By 1962, Warren Buffett's partnership had grown significantly, with assets totaling $7.2 million as he continued applying his unique investment strategies and insights into market opportunities.